I am very thankful for the invitation from ICTM. And you see my presentation, as was already mentioned and read, what is about food, nutrition, and diet as breakthroughs from botanicals, unveiling the power of traditional medicine, ethnomedicine, and natural therapies. The next slide, please. This is my disclosure. This confirms there's no conflict of interest, financial and other relationship in the preparation of this document. Next, please. The session objectives is to define food, nutrition, and diet, describe why, what, and how food, nutrition, and diet are breakthroughs from botanicals. That's the key word here. Identify common food sources and their nutritional values and nutrient content to differentiate common botanicals with these food sources and to enumerate some dietary patterns that could complement and supplement botanicals that unveil the power of traditional medicine, ethnomedicine, and natural therapies. Next slide, please. The scope of this presentation pertains to human nutrition as it is embodied in Western medicine. Mind you that from yesterday and today's presentation, they are so very awesome and really wonderful about this topic, please. Next slide, please. As an outsider in the field of traditional medicine, ethnomedicine, and natural therapies, I now consider myself an adopted member of this community and wholeheartedly willing to collaborate, share, and participate our members all over the world about food and nutrition. My insight, perspective, and opinions are based on my personal, professional, and educational journey as a registered dietitian nutritionist with deep love of people of all ages and their nutritional health and well-being. Next, please. Brief description of the presentation. As an attendee, participant of this incredible gathering, what are you thinking of accomplishing at this event? Interestingly, the theme of our 7th edition of the ICTM is something of a mystery to me. Unveiling the power of traditional medicine and its entities struck me like a treasure hunt. We'll all be having a ride and getting on the bandwagon to experience food, nutrition, diet as breakthroughs from botanicals, unveiling the power of traditional medicine, ethnomedicine, and natural therapies. But botanicals are the only entity that is closely related to food, nutrition, and diet besides herbal medicine, which at times are discussed or mentioned under botanicals. Next, please. Definition. Food is any substance, usually solid, that provides nutrients, that is, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And you see from the discussion yesterday's and today's presentation, most of these are related to foods. Diet is one's usual food and drink, a special choice of food eaten or to gain or to lose weight, and food allergies and all intolerances depend on our cultural and or religious factors, as well as other factors to be on a diet during, like considering social determinants of health. Once a regular meal is changed, restricted, modified, and or altered in the different nutrients, the meal plan becomes a diet or modified and or therapeutic meal plan. Today, We have tailored meals for diabetic, renal, and or cardiac patients, as well as other multiple chronic diseases. Next, please. Nutrition is the science and art of feeding individuals from conception to end of life. We are what we eat is often used to describe nutrition. Through food, with ingestion, digestion, absorption, and metabolism, the nutrients are utilized for growth, development, and for total nutritional health and well-being. Nutrients include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and also water, which is seldom mentioned with the group. Next, please. Couple of challenges we will see in this presentation, and as well, whenever we mention food, nutrition, and diet, it gets to be really very challenging. Individual and cultural differences stand in the way of the most challenging issues in traditional medicine, ethnomedicine, and natural therapies. Botanicals and herbal medicine face the same issues. To illustrate, herbs add flavor to our cooking, and many use them for medicinal purposes. Aromatics, here we have our what we call aromatherapy, also belong in this category. But for traditional medicine, medicine, and natural therapies, again, we have what we call aromatherapy. Next, please. Botanicals' great assets are their simplicity, which have multi-purpose qualities, is reasonable and economically affordable. However, people's beliefs and people's preferences are determinants for acceptability. Edible food sources in general are simpler than botanicals and less expensive. Again, it's a matter of choice, orientation, beliefs, and good judgment. Again, I mentioned earlier, is culture. Another concept, one concept in this field of food, nutrition, and diet is the interrelationship that they exist with botanicals, because food, nutrition, and diet are labeled as breakthroughs in new discoveries in medicine. In whatever culture, people will eat, get nourished, and continue on living for good quality and hopefully for their nutritional health and well-being. Trying to sample and eat whole fruits, grains, and vegetables into your daily meal plan is a step toward acquiring food habits for a desirable meal plan. But here again, you have, issues. The impact is unveiling the power of ICTM and natural therapies from botanicals through food, nutrition, and diet. And I believe it is a treasure, an asset that we must realize and is at our own disposal. When we go food shopping, we can incorporate in our shopping list whole grains, onions, garlic, green, soybeans, and artichokes. These are examples of prebiotic foods. Sauerkraut and yogurt are examples of probiotic foods. Both prebiotic and probiotics function in gut and mental health, and very important in the microbiome. In traditional medicine and for botanicals, nutritionally speaking, regular conventional sources are more economical, convenient, and more acceptable and sustainable. Next, please. However, there are concerns for botanicals, and they were all mentioned earlier in this presentation. We have to be aware of their adverse effects and contraindications when you use them, especially if you are with medical medications and in some chronic diseases. Next, please. The takeaway is I always mention something about nutrition as its very best. Simply connotes you are what you eat. Why? Because it's get into our system, metabolized, and absorbed. So botanicals are plants or plant parts that are valued for their medicinal or therapeutic properties, flavor, or scent. They can be used to create botanical preparations, botanical drugs, and essential oils. Food, nutrition, and diet are breakthroughs from botanicals, unveiling the power of traditional medicine, ethnomedicine, and natural therapies. Just remember that food exists so much from the beginning and from the creation of the world. And that's why we have what we call the Garden of Eden. The life starts in the garden. Next, please. In summary, unveiling the power of traditional medicine, ethnomedicine, and natural therapies is manifested by breakthroughs of botanicals for food, nutrition, and diet. Botanicals have been used for 1,000 years and have met people's health needs, which are affordable, convenient, and meet other personal reasons. With food, nutrition, and diet breakthroughs, feeding is the art of the science of how we make people healthy. Choices, cost, culture, and flavor, as well as population's age, gender, educational, economic, political, and religious application give more meaning to this field of food and nutrition. Diets are only used in disease conditions and abnormalities, just for one for the road. These botanicals originated from some foods and vice versa. The food can be converted, can be made into botanicals. And without, last page, please. Next, please. That's my reference. Thank you, and that will be my presentation.